Because I could do the quiet murder. I have no bells, right? Alright, all the infections that sun sucks up from bogs, fens, flats on prosper fall, and make him by inch meal a disease. His spirits hear me, and yet I needs must curse, but they're no pinch, fright me with urchin shows, pitch me in the mire, nor lead me like a firebrand in the dark out of my way, unless he bid 'em. But for every trifle they set upon me, but for every trifle they set upon me, sometime like apes that meow and chatter at me, and after bite me, then like hedgehogs which lie tumbling in my barefoot way, and mount ear pricks at my footfall. Sometime I am all wound with adders who with cloven tongues do hiss me into madness. No. Here comes a spirit of his, and to torment me for bringing wood in slowly. Awful flat, perchance he will not mind me.
Good, great.
I don't know if you noticed the Cobra Commander.
The Cobra Commander.
Cobra Commander.
G.I. Joe. I got it.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Alright, Ferdinand.
You look wearily.
No, noble mistress, just fresh morning with me when you were by at night. I do beseech you, chiefly that I might set it in my prayers. What is your name?
Miranda. Oh, my father, I have brook your hest to say so.
Admired Miranda. Indeed, the top of admiration. Full many a lady I have eyed with best regard, and many a time the harmony of their tongues hath into bondage brought my too diligent ear. For several virtues have I liked several women, never with so fun a soul, but some defect in her did quarrel with my noblest grace she owed, and put it to the foil. But you, oh you, so perfect and so peerless, are created of every creature's best.
I do not know one of my sex, no woman's face remember, save from my glass, mine own, nor have I seen more that I may call men than you, good friend, and my dear father. How features are abroad, I am skilless of, but by my modesty, the jewel in my dower, I would not wish any companion in the world but you. Nor can imagination form a shape besides yourself to like of, but I prattle something too wildly, and my father's precepts I therein do forget.
I am in my condition a prince, Miranda. I do think a king. I would not so, and would no more endure this wooden slavery than to suffer the flesh fly blow my mouth. You hear my soul speak. The very instant I saw you did my heart fly to your service. There resides, to make me slave to it. And for your sake am I this patient log man.
Do you love me?
Oh, heaven! All earth, bear witness to this sound, and crown what I profess with kind event if I speak true, if hollowly invert what is best boded me to mischief. I, beyond all limit, what else in the world, do love, prize, honor you.
I am a fool to weep at what I am glad of.
Wherefore weep you?
At mine unworthiness, that I dare not offer what I desire to give, much less take what I shall die to want. But this is trifling, and all the more it seeks to hide itself, the bigger bulk it shows. Hence, bashful cunning, and prompt me plain and holy innocence. I am your wife, if you will marry me. If not, I'll die your maid. To be your fellow, you may deny me, but I'll be your servant, whether you will or no.
My mistress dearest, and I thus humble ever.
My husband, then.
I, with a heart willing as bondage heir of freedom. Here's my hand.
And mine, with my heart inked. And now farewell, till half an hour hence.
Thousand.
Great, thank you. Let's, yeah, you have Stefano?
I have Stefano.
Well, all right, let's hear Stefano.
All right. Tongue on me. When the butt is out, we will drink water, not a drop before. Therefore, bear up in boredom. Servant monster!
Servant monster, the folly of this isle. They say there's but 5 upon this isle. We are 3 of them, if the other 2 be brained like thus.
Drink, servant monster, when I bid thee. Thy eyes are almost set in the head.
Where else should they be set? He were a brave monster indeed, if they were set in his tail.
My man, monster, hath drowned his tongue in sack. For my part, the sea cannot drown me. I swam ere could recover the shore, 35 leagues off and on. By this light, thou shalt be my lieutenant, monster, or my standard.
Your lieutenant, if you list, he's no standard.
Oh, will not run, monsieur monster.
Nor go neither, but you'll lie like dogs, and yet say nothing neither.
Mooncalf. Speak once in thy life, if thou beest a good mooncalf.
Great. Good. Can we go back to the Caliban?
Sure.
I want to look at that again.
Sure.
First, I want to ask you to drop the voice.
Surely.
Great. And I want you to work with Vanessa as the audience, basically.
Okay. Sure.
And essentially, I'm not sure what image you're using for him, but think of him as an abused child.
Okay.
Okay? As somebody who has been adopted by a very, very cruel and abusive father, who makes you do all these incredibly horrible things, and of whom you're incredibly afraid, but also incredibly desirous of his approval, as one is of an abuser, sadly.
Yeah.
So you're in a situation now where he's asked you to do some really horrible thing, and you stumble in and there are these people here, you don't know who they are, but you desperately want somebody to talk to and somebody to, because you have no one. Mm-hmm. He's taken away, the one person that you had was Miranda, because she used to hang out with you, and he's taken her away, so you're completely alone, you have no one to talk to. So you have her to talk to now, but if he overhears you, you know, you're going to suffer for it, seriously. Okay?
All right.
So that's, and you can either work down or up, or however, physically, however you want to watch this.
Let's try. See what it does.
If you do work down,
Yeah.
work with the idea that the reason is because every time you stand up, he hits you.
Okay.
That he's told you you have to stay down.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Not that you can't, but because that's what he's forced you to do.
Right. Okay. All the infections that sun sucks up from bogs, fens, flats on prosper fall, and make him by inch meal a disease. His spirits hear me, and yet I needs must curse. But they'll no pinch, and frighten me with urchin joes, pitch me in the mire, nor lead me like a firebrand in the dark out of my way unless he bid. But for every trifle, they are set upon me. Sometimes like apes, but now and chatter at me, and after bite me. And like hedgehogs, which lie tumbling in my barefoot way, mount their pricks, and at my footfall, sometimes am I all wound with adders who, with cloven tongues, do hiss me into madness. No. Here comes a spirit of his to torment me for bringing wood in slowly. I'll fall flat. Perchance you will not mind me.
Great, good, thanks, great adjustment.
Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much, guys.